All right, hello wine-drinking people. Today is Thursday, the 23rd of January, and hard to believe this month is almost already gone, but we've got some great events still coming up. Most of them are sold out, like our Madeira tasting tomorrow night, back to 1834, the port tasting back to 1948, our Mouton Rothschild event back to 1959. I guess we could put you on the waiting list if you're interested in coming. Somebody could perish before then, and then we may be able to give you up their seat. But some of these once-in-a-lifetime events are the quickest to sell out. So if you're interested in coming to Chateau-Yquem back to 1901 on the 14th of February, you better call us up or send us a note and let us know, because that one's almost sold out. But we've got a lot of great wines here in the store, and one of our top picks from last year, this wine was at our best of event just a week ago, was this Domaine de Valanges. And this is from the Macon, which in Burgundy, there's a lot of inexpensive wine from the Macon, a lot of cheap plunk. But because of the last few vintages, this has been the best value area in Burgundy, and you could still find wines for under $10. But 2012, 2013, it's going to change all that, because these guys were affected by hail. They had very small crops, and you see the demand for these wines coming up all over the world today. And yes, that's right, the Far East has now caught on to Burgundy. And unlike Bordeaux, they don't make a ton of any of these wines. This is a small family-owned domain. It's been around since 1980, so just over 30 years. And they've got about 8 hectares in Saint-Véran, which borders Pouilly Fuisse. And they've also got some other hectares, I think 11 hectares total in the Macon. And this first wine we've got, the Macon Prisse, wow, one of the greatest values I have ever had from this region. It got 92 points in the Wine Advocate. Hey, man, there's a lot of Pouilly's and Chassagne-Montrachet's, two of the greatest areas in the Côte de Beaune, that don't score 92 points. This wine's only $15 and change on this offering. And, hey, I'm not going to tell you that it resembles Pouilly Montrachet and Chassagne Montrachet, because it doesn't have the oak treatment. It's not as complex as these wines, but it's a great little entry-level Burgundy. This wine has got some lovely fresh fruit to it. It's been 7 months in stainless and a little time on the fine lees, and this adds a little richness to the palate here, but there's no oak in this wine. Pure, unadulterated Chardonnay, quintessential Chardonnay from the Macon here, and this small family producer has got some great climats, these little regions, which in Pouilly Fuisse, we learned at our Jadot tasting, they're going to be adding Premier Crus to this area. So you're going to see some Premier Cru Climate vineyards in Pouilly Fuisse in the next few years here. So the terroir there, just like other areas in Burgundy, is better in certain areas. And this is a single vineyard wine, Le Clos, which means there's a wall around the vineyard, basically, and an outstanding little value. 2012, even though it started out with frost and they had some heat spikes in July, they had powdery mildew, there was a variety of maladies in this vintage, but at the end, things got hot and they had a perfect September. So the grapes that were left on the vines came out outstanding in terms of quality. Maybe there's some 2011 vintage wines on this offering as well from this small domain, a Saint-Véran, which is where most of their vineyards are located here, which 2011, a very good vintage for whites, very forward, very juicy, and then the Pouilly Fuisse here, which also scored 92 points. Unbelievable. All these wines under $30. The Pouilly Fuisse for $27, the most expensive. This wine does see a little bit of new oak, around 15%, so you get a little bit of that oak spice in this wine. And like I said, just in some incredible values. If you love Burgundy, you want to check out these wines from Domaine de Valanges. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.